Hi friends, we are in lesson 3, if command. When we need to branch out our program, for example into two parts, one go to the left, another one maybe go to the right, what command do we use? We use a command known as if-else command. So this command will check on a condition. So if the condition is satisfied, it will travel in one direction. If the condition is not satisfied, it will travel in another direction. So let's take a look at this short code here, and then I will explain how the command works from this set of lines. In line number 1, we got a birth year, which is a user input. User is supposed to input in 4-digit format. That's what we have indicated here, 4-digit format. Then we calculate the age based on 2025 minus birth year. If you happen to see this particular video in 2027, you go and modify this one to 2027. That's it. So age is calculated in line number 3. In line 5, we do a checking here. If age greater than or equal 21. Meaning, if the calculated age is more than or equal 21, we are printing this line. We are printing this line. If it is not means age is 20 or below 21, we are printing this line. So a if command made up of two parts. If age is more than or equal 21, you do this section. Only this section. If not, which is else, you do only this section. So it will print out either line 6 or line 8. Not both. Not both line 6 and 8. Either line 6 or line 8. So let's check it out. Let's check it out this one. Run the code first. So you put here 2000. Somebody born in the year 2000. So you can see you are 21 or above 21 years old. Run the code here. Somebody born in 2015. You are below 21 years old. So it's pretty simple. The code block goes like this. If something, do something. Else, do something else. So it is very simple code block. So if command must have a condition here. A condition always made up of 3 parts. Left side usually a variable name. In the center, one of these operator, which you will learn it later, what are the various operators we have. Right side would be a value, checking value. And if command always end with colon. It always end with colon. Else command, no condition. Directly else with a colon. So when you put a colon here, automatically this line would become indented. If it is not indenting, you do the indentation yourself. But usually, Google Colab will indent it for you automatically. So you have seen how does the command work. So if else works for two branching. Something you want to branch out. You can imagine like a left and right. Then you use a if and else. Let's go up, close up this section, open up next. What if I have more than 2 branching? Let's say 3 or 4 or 5 branching. Then what do? I have to use if, elif and else. So the first branch would be if, last branch would be else. All the middle branches, no matter how many, would be elif. So let's take a look here. These two codes are the same as before. No change. Then you look at the code block. You got a if age is more than 40. It will print out this line. Elif means what? If age is not more than equal 40, it will check. Is it more than or equal 30, Anna? more than or equal 30. Only if age is not more than 40, it will go to line number 8. Okay, age is not more than 40, age is not more than 30, it will go and check at the next one. Is it more than 21? More than 21. Then it will print these items accordingly. Else means even not more than 21 mean the person would be 21 and below. 21 and below. Correct. You are 21 years. You can modify this. Or below 21 years old. Either 21 or below 21 years old. So let's run this code to check somebody who born in 1980. So you can see above 40 years old. Somebody born in 1990, between 31 and 40 years old. Somebody born in 2000, 22 to 30 years old. Somebody born in 2010, 21 years or below 21 years old. So here we have 4 branching. So first branch is always if, the last branch is always else, and the middle branches are elif, 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 depending on how many elif you want to give. No problem at all. It would just work. Right. So when you use the operator, what are the various operators you can use? These operators are known as a relational operator. You got 6 operator: more than, less than, more than equal, less than equal, equal. Equal is double equal, not single equal. Checking is always double equal, and then not equal. So every one of them give an example here. Salary more than 5,000. Age is less than 25. Year is more than 2000. Height is less than or equal 1.65. Name equal Aman. Choice not equal quit. So whichever way you want to write condition possible. Remember, condition always have 3 sides. Left side a variable name, right side a value. In the middle you would have one of the 6 relational operator. There are 6 relational operator, one of it will be there. So these are known as the 6 different relational operator that you can make use when you write conditions. So what is relational expression? A relational expression gives you either true or false result. For example, when the salary is 5,000 here, if you are asking here print salary more than 5,000, this will print, this will actually go and check, is the actual salary more than 5,000 or not? If it is more than 5,000, it will print true. If it is not more than 5,000, it will print false. It will do that. Similarly, this command also will check, and every other command will check. Let's run the code, and you can see the output. First 2 things are false, because salary exactly equal 5,000. It is not more than 5,000. It is not less than 5,000. The next 2 are true, because there is the equality part here checking. So it satisfies the equality part. So it is true, true. Line number 11 is true, but line number 12 is false. Line number 12 is false. So you can modify this number to probably to 6,000, and then you can run the code to check. It will display the result accordingly. It will do the checking and then display accordingly. Let's change it back to 5,000. Run it. So I have given here all the 6 operator for you to check. So this will work like a sample code for you. Anytime you are not sure, you can always come back here, you can check it out. What are the various operators I can make use. I've used only a number column, integer column. Of course, you can put a text column here to check it out. To check out. Logical operator. When you have a condition that return true, another condition you can return true, you can combine them, to do with the AND operator, to do with the OR operator, to do with the NOT operator, to write complex conditions possible. So for now, let's comment out these lines first. After selecting, you just press Ctrl/. Let's run the code and check the answer for the AND operator. True and true, answer is true. True and false, answer is false. False and false, answer is false. So for AND operator, the answer would be true only when all of them are true. For AND operator, the answer will be true only when all of them are true. All must be true, true, true. Then only the answer would be true. Now let's check it out for the OR operator. Look at the OR operator. True and true, true. True and false, true. False or false, false. So for OR operator, the answer would be true as long as you have one true there. As long as you have a one true there, the answer would be true. But for AND operator, all must be true. Then only the answer would be true. Later I got simple example for you to understand. Now we are understanding just the logic behind them. Later when we go through the example, it will become much more clearer to you. Third one is the NOT operator. NOT operator fairly easy. It will just reverse. Not true means false, not false means true. Opposite of it. Opposite of it. So let's take a look here. Salary more than 5,000. Salary equal 5,000. Age equal 30. You are doing a checking here. Naturally for this checking you will get true. Answer is true. For this checking, answer would be false because age is not more than 35. So let's comment out these lines first. Run the code to check. This true is for line number 4. Line number 4. Line number 4 give you true. Line number 5 give you false. So one is true, another one is false. So when this is true and this is false, the answer, because you have AND here, when one is true and false, answer would be false. Is that so? Yes, you can see answer is false. When one true or false, or here or false, let's run it. Answer is true. Answer is true. So when you want to use not, age more than 50, false. Not false means it would be true. Final answer would be true. So what are you checking here? You are checking, is this person earning more than 4,000 and his age is more than 35 or not? Yes, the person earning more than 4,000 but his age is not more than 35. So this will become false. You are checking here, is this person earning more than 4,000 or his age is more than 35? So the person earning more than 4,000 but his age is not more than 35, but you are checking with the OR operator, so the final answer would be true. This would be not age more than 50. Is the age not more than 50? You are checking, so the answer is true. So you can go and change these values here and this value here. 5,000 you can change it to some other number, and this one you can change it to some other number. Run the code multiple times until you get how they all work. how they all work. So later when you form up examples, this would be easier with a good understanding of this law of the if commands. So you practice with the AND operator or operator and everything. Nested if. What is nested if? Nested if means you put one set of if command inside another set of if command. An example, we are giving a grant based on type of housing and the person's age as follows. So there are two types of housing. One is a private housing, another one is a public housing. If a person live in the private housing and if his age is more than 50, so the grant is 800. If the age is not more than 50, then the grant is 500. If the person living in public housing, if the age is more than 50, grant is 1000. If not, the grant is 800. So two type of grant. Private got less grant, public got more grant. Okay. So we ask for two input. Housing is just a string input. Age is an integer input. You notice first line number 4 we are checking private. Line number 10 we are checking is it public. Line number 16 we put else. Why we put else? Because sometime when user type here, they may type something other than private or public. It has to be either private or public. Anything else is invalid, no grant. Anything else is invalid, no grant. So within the private, then we go and check for the age. So look at the indentation of line number 5 to 8. Within line number 4, we check for age. Then within line 10, we check for the age. So look at line number 11 and 14. So understand the structure. We check for one condition. If they qualify, then we check for another condition. So we go one by one in a structured way. This is what we call nested if. One if else within another if else. Another if else. Right. Let's run this code. Maybe I can change the message here. Instead of putting no grant, so I can put here invalid housing type. No grant means sometimes they may wonder why no grant for me. Right? So when you put like this, then more appropriate they will check whether they have done any spelling error or not. Okay, let's run this. First thing, housing type here, private, age 55. Grant is 800. Right, grant is 800. Run again. Housing type is public. So remember, I'm typing all in small letter because Python is case sensitive. Age is 30. Oof, I made some errors, I believe. Housing type public. Age is 30. So you can see the grant is 800 because of this. So you can check out all four possibilities. Private 2 possibility, public 2 possibility. Even you check for invalid housing type, then it will work correctly. So multiple times you can run the code with different housing value, different age value, different inputs you can give. Okay. So you got exercise for you to complete here. It's the same BMI exercise which you have done before. This portion until here we have done. We have done until here. Then we have to do a branching here. Below 20, you need to print it out under weight. Between 20 and 25, 20 included, 25 excluded, you need to print out healthy weight. And overweight and obese accordingly. So I've given part of the code. This one we have already done in the earlier lesson. Now rest of the code you just complete it by building up the code block of if, elif, else, because you got 4 branching. So I'll give you a clue. You have to use if, elif, and else, and run the code. Check and ensure they are working correctly. Check for all possibilities, all outcomes. So as long as the code works correctly, then it is done. Okay, so that's all for this lesson. Thank you. I will see you in the next lesson. Enjoy your learning.